What is up? We are back at More Not Less Reactions. It's Eric Moore, and I'm here with my bestie, Shauna.
Hey, what's up?
Putting in no work, it's Shauna work.
No work.
She just shows up precisely when she means to.
Exactly. When I want to be.
I know, I was like, girl, I'm so bored and lonely. Like, come over and hang out. 8:15, 8:20. And you're like, oh my God, on my way.
I did not say
8:59 rolls in. Gotta start the show.
Listen, I did not say I was on my way. I said I would be there.
You said
soon.
I'm straightening my hair and getting changed. So
yeah,
I'm
well, look
picturing
what
like
happened
the whole.
because I didn't.
I didn't even put that together that your hair's up in a bun. I should have freaked out and said, bitch,
Yeah.
you took 30 minutes to straighten your hair.
Because there was a part in my hair, because I've had it up all day, that was like kinked and it looked ridiculous. And I was like, I can't have that. So here we are.
So excited because our last House of Dragon video hit over 20,000 views, which was like
I didn't
insane.
even know that.
Yeah, I just
Over
looked
20?
today. It's like 20,000.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Really
also,
do.
some people were
Awesome.
putting us in their like reactor videos, which
yeah,
was so
that was
fun.
So cool.
I
that
love
was cool.
that. Also, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share, ring that bell, and then head over to Patreon. We've got some exciting things coming to you on Patreon. I'm going to be covering my own exclusive show over there. Shauna and I are also going to be covering an exclusive show. And then we're going to be rolling out like 4 different movies once a week. So like it's going to be popping. Yeah.
It is.
The TV shows are definitely going to be a Patreon exclusive. So that's something you don't want to miss. So tune in for August. I'm just dreading this intro and getting into this episode because I'm still recovering from last week. I had some PTSD after last week's episode, after Rhaenys died. Literally that night, I just kept replaying it in my head like it was a plane crash over and over again. Her just falling backwards.
I kept sealing it over and over again on like everything. Let's recap.
Okay, so we know
Rhaenys dies.
Fuck off. I'll bleep that out later. Rhaenys dead. We also know Aemond's in the wacky shack over in Harrenhal, just, going through the little haunted house, doing his thing.
Daemon, yeah.
And
I thought you said Aemond.
No, Daemon. They all sound the same.
Yeah.
With the witch, who also could be an owl. We don't know, because she said she was.
Witch that we like. Alice?
Yeah, Alice Rivers.
I like her.
It's an easy name. Catchy.
Alice Rivers. Yeah, I was going to say it's not like any of the others.
I know. Aemond, Daemon. Gaemon.
Daemon, who saw himself in the castle.
Right. As Aemon. Like, you know what I mean? Aemon's a sociopath. Aegon, I told you I don't think is dead. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure all that steel's just going to be melted into his body. He's going to be like a nobody. He's going to be Viserys.
Well, first of all, how are you not dead from falling that far out of the sky?
Because the dragon caught him.
But he's laying on the ground.
Yeah, because when the dragon shifted, then it landed on its stomach.
So is Sunfire dead?
I don't know if Sunfire died in that or will die, but I'm pretty sure Sunfire lost a limb, like a wing for sure, because it was like insinged and then also like attacked. Also, which isn't it crazy that Sunfire and Meleys are brother and sister?
I know. How sad.
Yeah. And that then Meleys and Vhagar
like spent all this time together.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's just too much. That'd be like having dog fights.
So like, yeah, with like your dogs that have grew up together.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm like. Do these dragons not build bonds with other dragons then? Do they only build bonds with their riders?
I don't know, because in my brain, like,
you
would think that that's plenty of time, but then also at the same time, they were separated for like 64 years.
Right.
Well, no, not even, because Vhagar would have been, oh my God, who just died? Rhaenys' daughter's dragon. Yeah, Laena's dragon. So they would have obviously had time together.
Right. Yeah.
Because they're mom and daughter.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the dragon,
I think they just obey their riders.
Or just feel that, like, rage. But also, I wanted to point out too that Aemond definitely has way more control over Vhagar than season 1, which we knew because Vhagar pretty much initiated. She was like, I'm just gonna kill this dragon and the little boy, like no big deal, you know? But now this time, like when they were down on the ground and doing that like tree thing and he said no, she just kerplumped like, fine, you know? But yeah, no, I'm ready for her to go.
That meme, and I want you to enter
I know.
it in. Because it was so funny. I laughed so hard.
Oh, Jace also has a bit of an attitude problem.
He does.
From
he
like
does.
the last
She's a
episode.
Queen. Yeah.
And good thing he didn't go. Would have been a snack for Vhagar.
But like I feel like Rhaenyra is gonna really take it hard because like she had been like taking counsel from Rhaenys.
And she wanted to go, and Rhaenys said no.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Well, Rhaenys didn't. Rhaenyra said no because Rhaenys offered to go.
No, Rhaenyra offered to go on the dragon, and Rhaenys said no, you can't go.
You're right.
Yeah, and she volunteered as tribute, pretty much.
I volunteered as tribute.
Because then also that's when Jace was talking, so I feel like she felt like, alright, it's time, if I don't step up, she's gonna either send herself and get herself into a situation, or she's gonna send her son and he's gonna be dead. Like the others.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I have no clue, and I'm really curious to see how this interaction with Sir Crispy is gonna go with Alicent with the news. And Aegon being little Sephiroth over here, which is like a Final Fantasy thing. Where he had that long sword, like he's like, I'm gonna kill him, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, Aemond going like, I feel like Sir Criston and Aemond are gonna conspire to make something up of what happened to Aegon. Aemond will do what Aemond will do, which is kill everybody.
I know. So
everybody good.
So yeah, I'm really curious to know where we go here. I have no clue what this episode's called, so I don't even know what to expect, and I don't know what.
Well, I know I said the other day, I was like, I'm just scared for anybody else to die, and you're like, I don't think anybody's gonna die in this episode. So we'll see if you're right.
Oh, in this one? Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. Also, the other thing is, everyone's been saying this, and like I totally understand it, but it's one of those things you just don't think about in the moment when you're frustrated, is that we know none of these dragons are gonna make it. Because there are no dragons in Game of Thrones except those 3. So that is the painful...
I just don't want to think about it.
No, I know. But that's the thing I just also in the back of my mind need to remember, that if the dragons are going, probably 90% of their riders are too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, it's almost like I shouldn't even give a shit about any of these characters. Because last time I did, they died. The only one
Everyone
I actually...
you love will die.
Yeah, exactly. So...
Ew, I think he farted.
Did he?
He tooted.
Yeah. Alright, guys, let's get into it.
So what do we think's gonna happen as far as like, is Aegon gonna continue to, like, how's that gonna work if he's like unable to
incapacitated
rule?
Well, either was Viserys, so true. I'm sure he'll rule from his bedchamber. You know what I mean? Just like Viserys did, so God only frickin' knows.
Here we go.
Just take me to this island.
Right? It looks beautiful.
Oh. I wonder if he knows.
I feel like he does. That walk just seems like a walk of defeat.
Right.
Because they did not really end on, like,
I know, that's
terms.
the really crappy thing.
Everybody loved her.
Behold! The traitor dragon Maylis! Slain at Rook's Rest by your king!
But he didn't.
No. And like, how dare you cut off that dragon's head?
Killed a dragon.
Mark my words, this is a black omen.
Wow, they really had the detail of all those flies and gnats all around it.
Don't they realize we won the battle?
Strange victory. If it was one.
I was gonna say, you lost quite a few people.
Yeah.
And your king is like fried.
Is that
If he's
Aemond
alive.
in there?
Well,
Or
he
Aegon
has
in
to be
there?
alive. Yeah, it has to be. He's resting from slaying this dragon.
Traitor! Dragon Maylis!
I thought the dragons was gods.
Slain at Brook's Rest by your king!
It's just me.
Dude, like, get the corpses down. They're
Right.
gonna eventually just fall down because they're gonna be so decomposed.
I know.
Like,
just rot through.
just
the
like break
rope.
on people that are on the ground.
Right.
That's your son. What did she look at on his belt? Like
The dagger that he took.
is he alive? Like, why is he in a casket-like box?
Well, they probably don't want to show it to the public how badly injured because they just made this illusion that he killed the dragon.
Yeah.
You
But I
know-
guess, like, it also makes it look pretty bad that you're not letting anybody
I
see
know,
him.
right.
Like,
I feel like this image is going to be horrible.
I feel really bad for her.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
he alive?
His grace remains with us for the moment.
Oh my god.
It literally melted to his skin. Pus squelching. Could have dealt without that.
No noises, please.
But then there comes like a very fine line of how much of that can you really pull off without damaging organs. Why don't you ask your other
I'm
son?
going to die.
I'm afraid I cannot say. If you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be there watching that. Oh my god. Was that his knee?
Yep.
Ugh.
Like with the bone and everything.
Was that lettuce?
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
Oh, convenient!
Not like you haven't thought about who.
Interesting.
What happened?
We took the castle at the cost of some 900 men.
The whole army's gone. But we got the castle.
I left a meager garrison behind to protect it, and the king's dragon. His Grace fought valiantly.
She's like, alright, we know that's not true.
And Aemond? What was his part in this?
I could not say.
Kristen Cole marches about the Crown Lands unchallenged. Duskendale and Rook's Rest are gone. We still have no ground army but the one we hope that Daemon will raise.
And that's worthless.
Do you take issue with me, Sir Alfred?
My loyalty to you is proven, my queen.
Your loyalty, perhaps.
I could never doubt your capability or your quickness of mind. It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
Yeah, because he's pretty much saying, like, oh, women wouldn't know how to do it.
Like, you don't
You're
know
the gentler sex. And she's like, bitch, we haven't even gone to war before. So what are you talking about? You know more than I do.
What would you have me do?
Jace? Where are you going?
To Harren Hall, to treat with the Daemon. Rhaenys is fallen. He must affirm his loyalty to my mother and report his standing.
And you think you will tame him, when the Queen herself could not?
My mother gladly sends you away, whilst I'm here being forced to play the coddled princeling. It's humiliating,
She
Baela.
only protects you. You are the succession.
Then I must be seen to act for her claim and mine. I can sit still no longer.
I feel like she's not gonna let him do much at all.
But, like, no offense, when they were kids, they were kind of useless.
They're
like, you know
friends.
what I mean? Like,
They control the crossing at the Twins. Cregan Stark's Greybeards are marching south. If his men had a direct route into the Riverlands, we would not have to wait for Daemon to act.
She will not like it.
Then don't tell her. Not until I'm away.
this sounds great.
I feel like this is gonna end really bad.
The hour is late, and my dragon is hungry. You have no choice but to submit. Our terms are simple, Lord Bracken. Renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to me, or your house burns.
I would sooner be the Lord of Bones and Cinders than bend my knee before some heathen black...
It would be a kindness to oblige them and send them back whence they came.
Did your brother's head keep on its way back to you, Willem?
That is quite the impression, Lord Bracken. But alas, not an answer.
We choose fire.
Like, alright.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
They made their choice. You should have indulged them.
I need them alive.
Oh.
I came here to raise swords, not corpses.
But now you see what my house has known for generations.
I would love to be here. To sit. You know what I mean?
Gorgeous.
Oh, I know. The hills are alive with the sound of music.
With the sound of dragons.
Yeah.
We have fought them for an age and more.
Then perhaps you could try less fighting and more persuading.
They are unyielding in battle, but every man has a weakness.
You take my meaning, then. There are things the crown itself must not be seen to do. Show them your worst.
I am your servant, your grace.
I wonder where this is. This is cool.
Over the centuries,
Oh,
many
Aaron.
and more armies
Jane,
have broken
that's where the
themselves
kids went.
against my bloody gate.
And the baby dragon eggs?
Mm-hmm. With Rhaena.
My lady.
The Eyrie itself is impregnable. Unless, of course, we're descended upon from the sky.
You promised the Queen Rhaenyra 15,000 swords.
In return for protection, a dragon.
Then she has exceeded your terms. She sent 2.
Right.
Both still wet from the egg. I have hunting hounds that are more fearsome.
They are dragons nonetheless. I do not recall you specifying the size of the beast in your request.
Will you goad me, child? When your bread and shelter now depend on my pleasure.
The dragons will grow.
Beggars can't be freaking choosy.
I don't have time.
See, this is exactly what I said when they were going off. I said, how do we know she's not going to be... They're all entitled everywhere in this freaking kingdom.
This will be your chamber. I'll expect you at supper this evening. My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
What a big old place, though.
Do they hold you responsible for Rhaenys and her dragon?
I would rather they had. They would make me queen, but they wish to keep me here, confined.
They betray their own smallness.
In truth, I cannot fault them. I am now the sovereign. I cannot do as I please.
You are your father's chosen successor.
They did not prepare me to fight. Instead, I was given my father's cup. Taught the name of every lord and castle, but not the difference between hilt and foible. And they know it. And Daemon as well.
Shall your evening meal be served here, Your Grace?
Not now.
She's like, I'm in the middle of something. Can't you see?
Yeah. Will you send to him?
For too long I have looked to him for strength. If I must be supplicant to my own husband, what does that make me? I do not know my part, Massaria.
Kristen Cole made a mistake, parading a dragon's head through the streets like a prize of war. But the people see an ill omen. They are afraid. Bread is scarce. The king has fallen. They whisper to each other that when Viserys lived, there was peace.
But will whispers tear down stone? Will break shields?
Eventually,
Do
yes.
not underestimate your subjects.
And you think they will turn to me?
To the discontented, rumors are feed. Your Grace, what you cannot do, let others do for you. There is more than one way to fight a war.
I like her.
But she's gonna send her to go to Daemon, and Daemon gonna just like boo her up. Because they were ex-lovers. Oh, we sending her.
She's like, I don't trust you to go.
Yeah,
But-
that's because that's what I thought. I was like, she would send.
Field, broken amongst her enemies. Did your grandmother ever tell you of the night she claimed Melees?
She snuck into the dragon pit. My father was furious. His own mother's dragon. The fastest beast ever known, and she'd have none of him, but bent her neck to Rhaenys.
She was fierce. In love and in anger. She did not always care for me. But for what she gave me in the end. I'm grateful.
I wished I had known her when she was young.
I wish we'd have known her when she was young.
I know.
Like, would have been a great character story.
And with her gone, I must rely on you, I think. Would you give this to your grandsire?
That's why I feel like when I always say like I want more of scenes and stuff, I would love a play-by-play of every single detail of the book. You know what I mean? I would watch every freaking minute and hour of that. But now I'm like, now I feel like I have to read.
Daemon,
Who's this?
you were always the strong one, the finest swordsman, the fearless dragon rider. Your brother had great love in his heart, but he lacked your constitution. Viserys was unsuited for the crown, but you, Daemon, you were made to wear it.
Is this like Alice?
That's what I was thinking.
Or just another nightmare? The blood on his hands.
If only you'd been born first. My favorite son.
Oh no, you did not just do that to
Is the duck not to your liking, Your Grace?
Oh!
There's also goose, if you prefer it.
Oh my god!
What is happening? I mean, I get it. This is a haunted house, but like...
messing with my head. She's like, I know what you just said.
I'm not hungry.
How could you be after that?
It appears the winds have shifted and each side has suffered great loss and will be unsure of what is to follow.
A good time then for a show of strength. I believe Willem Blackwood is bringing House Bracken to heel. We must ready the castle to receive a great host. It is a matter of showing them whom it behooves them to follow. How does the work here progress?
We're drawing water for the kitchens and lighting the forges.
Very well.
That is merely the beginning, of course. The roof alone has needed tending since the reign of Rhaenys.
You don't say.
The bats have made the corridors almost impassable with the quantity of their...
Poop.
They're shit.
There's, of course, the matter of payment. After the tragedy that befell his father, Larys transferred his family's wealth to King's Landing.
Is there any gold left in your coffers?
Enough to keep this small establishment you see fed and warm. I rather thought Your Grace, as emissary to the Queen, perhaps she could provide the necessary coin, if you could only write to her.
No. Harrenhal is my command.
Can't your lady pay for it?
But also, like, why won't you reach back out?
I know.
It's getting really annoying.
Very well, Your Grace.
Because he wants to feel like he's
You should address me as my king.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
My
but
king.
you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the Queen?
Oh, the king.
There it is, then.
Consort.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
No, it's pretty necessary.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. He just wants to be king.
His Grace suffered grievous burns over much of his body. He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within. Injuries we cannot see.
We are grateful for your works, Grand Maester. Has he woken?
No. I must admit, I'm not sure he will ever wake. I have plied my crafts to their fullest extent. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
Like the smug look on his face.
I know.
A king cannot rule in his sleep. The realm will have noticed his absence. Let them hear of his great deeds at Rook's Rest. But now we must name a regent to take his place. Until he recovers. Or does not.
A wise strategy, Your Grace. A regency will assure the people of the stability of the crown.
Pick
Did
yourself,
you have
girl.
a candidate in mind, Your Grace?
That's what I would do at this point.
I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well
Yes.
prepared to do it again.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace.
Well, so she can maybe help bring it back.
Right.
And here I had forgotten.
The king does not lack for heirs. The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Aemond.
Aemond is young, and his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're all gonna pick him now, because he's the man.
It is experience that offers the surest path to security.
You're cut off.
Experience is valuable, yes, but the Dowager Queen is a woman.
I am no stranger to rule or to sitting at this council. Aemond is a fearsome dragon rider. His skill is best employed in the field, but my experience is needed here.
At a time when we must show strength.
Lord Laris.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemond.
Oh my... I mean...
What would it say if in response to Rhaenyra's crowning we raised up a woman of our own?
Yep, that's true. That is true. I don't agree, but that's true.
But the hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Kristen. What say you?
He said, yeah, let's have your little boo thing tell you that it's not gonna be you.
Aemond is the next in line. It must be him.
I was not sure. I knew it was gonna go one of two ways. He was either gonna side with him or he wasn't. You know what I mean?
She's like, I knew I drank that tea for a
She's
reason.
like, that's the last of this kitty cat you getting.
No more kitty for you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. Oh my god.
It's the look. Even with one eye, he is killing it.
What is our standing in
the... Oh, ready to go.
The banners of House Tully are in disarray, Your Grace. We would do well to send word to young Oscar Tully. It's only a matter of time before he inherits his grandsire's mantle.
Snap, girl, just do it.
The man who leaves the jewel of the Riverlands to be plucked.
I would love if she just snapped and
Mm-hmm.
killed them all. Sing!
I feel her stress.
I know.
Like, the breathing is so good.
We might turn our attention to the small folk here in King's Landing. Many are fleeing the city, spreading word of their fear and unrest.
Wow. She can just literally tell a story with that face.
No one is to leave or enter save with our consent. Merchants, so forth. What are your tasks? And someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
Okay, that's the only smart thing he said that I agree with. But I'm so mad and I feel for her so badly because, like, this is now a later time as an adult where she's still not respected because she's a woman. And it shows she has no power.
I feel like she's now seeing, like...
Even more.
Yeah, that she's just there.
You think Rhaenyra will let such an affront go unchallenged? We should make for Templeton. My brother will have room.
You would have me turn beggar.
Your daughter needs help.
Yeah.
Are we not beggars already? Have you been paid for those machines you were forced to build?
The king has promised payment.
The king
has lied.
Is not able to do anything. And Aemond won't care
And
at all.
she looks worse, the child, than the last time.
By all means, stay and wait for his end. Promises, husband. With them you can feed the mouths of ghosts.
I love that dog. No! He's following the body. But I love that that dog's the star of this show.
I know, like, I'm
like
glad he's
so
so
cute.
Presumed you'd be here. Seeing faithfully to the Prince Regent's commands.
Aemond is the next in line. It is the order of things.
You know what he is. what he has somehow become. Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What? What did you see?
Their armor melted. There were men walking, they were on fire. We have given the war to the dragons. The dragon rider should lead us.
And what of justice? Of temperance, or is strength now to be our only god? So you cast me aside.
Have I not spared you? What we must do now is terrible. Will you preside over it? Is this who you are, Alison?
I did not ask to be spared. And I did not give you leave to speak my name.
Oh.
It's true, he did say Allison, not your grace.
Stay back! Get him out! Somebody get him!
Why can't we leave?
Is this Aemond's doing?
By order of Aemond Targaryen, Prince Regent and Protector of the Realm.
Aemond. Does he mean the king?
You cannot keep us here! To return to your homes!
You want me?
Oh my
She is
god, she's
blue.
so pale.
Our Lord Grover Tully has not declared for Rhaenyra. Means death to bear steel against your liege, as I'm sure my prince is aware.
And against your queen? Jason Lannister is marshalling to the west. We need to check him before he reaches River Run. That requires passage.
And if Stark's army's too slow, winter's nigh upon us.
Our hesitance does not lie in Rhaenyra as queen. Our fear lies in Vhagar.
You fear a dragon, leagues away, when
don't.
mine own sits outside your walls.
Vhagar could... Your dragon.
Do you offer us your protection?
I do. And the protection of my uncle.
And Daemon, I'm sure, has consented to this?
He will do as his queen commands. What do you want?
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle.
You want Harrenhal?
Good luck getting it from Daemon.
For that, my mother will want more than your crossing.
What does her grace desire?
Bent knees.
Oh, that was his little dragon over there. It's so cute.
Oh, I see it. I was like...
Because that's what the one that was looking down.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it crawling towards him. I'm so fascinated with this place. It could be its own TV show.
He's saying The Haunting of
I
Harrenhal.
know, yeah, The Haunting of Harrenhal.
You're born to wield a sword, but not so much an axe. Perhaps.
Let it not be said that Daemon Targaryen failed to dirty his hands in this war.
Oh, let me see them. Sit. Sit. I hear strange things from Brackenland, from Stonehenge, and Lambswold, and Moray. What I hear in the wind. Cries of anguish. Children being taken from their mothers, men coming home to find their doors unlatched.
War is a terrible thing.
This is not war. These are crimes against the innocent that any upright man would repudiate.
Surely you haven't mistaken me for an upright man.
Yeah, we know that.
They will perhaps think better of their decision if their children's lives are staked on it.
Is that the kind of army you would raise? And who hate you?
People get so close to each other. Like, can you imagine if I was just this close to you?
I'm obsessed with her right now, though. Like, I find her so interesting. I want to know more.
She's very eerie.
The realm will suffer if Aemond One-Eye rules. You should pray you never meet him.
Aemond One-Eye rules? Is that what you just said?
But I'll cross you no further. I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
I'm sure.
She cannot succeed, Alice. The people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength. When I take King's Landing, Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side. King and Queen, ruling together.
And if you lose?
Then I'll be dead, and none of this will be my problem.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
Oh, the dream.
I know. That's why I'm like, is she doing it or?
He never knew what she looked like to know that that was her.
House Bracken is yours.
Call Sir William here so that I might congratulate him. The Blackwoods will be feted in these halls.
I know. I feel like we're gonna have to do some more building up again in the next couple episodes before the finale.
I was surprised when they said you were here.
My castle is a tomb. Empty. Haunted.
I imagine your Hall of Nine filled with lords and kings, all eager to treat with the legendary Lord of the Tides. I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her. Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you Hand.
Wow.
Even the death of my wife does not content her. Has she not asked enough of my house?
It is a sign of her great esteem.
Or does she think the position will compensate me for my loss?
Pledge your peace to King's Landing, then. They will accept it most gleefully.
Rather, I would sail into the west and be lost.
You have done so before, at great cost to yourself and those who loved you. Rhaenys was not only your wife, not a thing to be taken from you. She was a Targaryen princess, the queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will, in defense of her kin.
And she died.
She died as she would have wished to die,
Yep.
with honor, in Dragonfire, in the way I myself wish to meet my end. I grieve my grandmother who loved me, but I carry her on with me. I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne, as Rhaenys wished, as Rhaenys herself should have.
I really like her.
Yeah, she's really cool.
You yourself may do as you see fit.
It's a lot from when she was such a little cute thing, almost marrying Viserys.
Very
Do you remember
mature,
that?
Yeah. Oh God. She was mature for her age then.
I know.
I would make you my heir.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
She would make a very good leader.
Yeah. I just love how level-headed she is.
Yeah, she just, seems very logical.
Your Grace.
You were correct in saying our best hope of an army is with Daemon. And I have perhaps erred in waiting for him to prove himself. I wish you to go to Harrenhal.
Are you removing me from your council?
I will not deny you have tried my patience of late. Or that I would prefer a council more inclined to champion their queen. You and your house served my father well. And I know you will never accept the Hightower claim.
Not while I live, Your Grace.
We cannot challenge King's Landing without the Riverlands. But I will not send a message by Raven for Daemon to disregard.
Right, because he won't respond to anything.
I ask you to reason with him. Find out his state of mind.
He just even
and
looks like,
his
okay.
intentions.
Intentions?
Whether he means to raise a host for me or for himself.
Exactly.
He would not dare.
If you know Daemon to lack in daring, I'll send good men to see to your safety.
Have you any message for him?
No, that is all.
Tell him I would much like to finish our last conversation.
Your Grace.
Wasn't that the last conversation they had where she told him he was pathetic?
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't seem like a great thing to send somebody else to say to him,
Yeah.
piss him off and hallucinate and kill him.
This is true.
Your Grace. What is it, Sir Simon? Is the pudding now served?
The River Lords have come, Your Grace. They wish an audience.
Now? What godless hour is it?
The wolf. They are demanding to speak presently.
I wonder if the wolf is midnight, like full moon. I don't know. I don't know if that even has any correlation, but in my brain, that's what I'm going with, yeah. Oh my god, but imagine he's gotta get all that shit on, you know what I mean?
Like, how long does
that
take to
like,
do?
Is there some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed?
House Bracken have been brought to heel at the hands of Willem Blackwood. There have been complications.
The sacred seps on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms, and our peasants put to the sword.
They pursued the women and the children. Punishing Bracken for his own treasons is one thing
Brackens were given their chance.
Blackwoods have exploited the war for the crown to visit atrocities upon their
have
old
seen my fair
rivals.
share of their quarrels, and I tell you there is no honor in a fight such as this.
Honor?
These beasts
proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen. Red dragon on black.
That guy reminded me of Jack Black.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands. Have you looked after our girls?
No. This is not the time, Lena.
I know.
We should have expected nothing more from a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms.
That is a lie, and I will have the man who told it walk before me.
Oh, your man is half the kingdom, my prince.
Yeah.
Know this, interloper. The Riverlands are an ancient place, watched closely by the eyes of old gods and new. And dragon or no, we shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
Exactly what she told you, aka Alice said this is not the way to lead your people. Like, wouldn't you rather them respect you than fear you?
Yep.
God, he's such an idiot.
That's because he's so power hungry that
He's so selfish.
Yeah. All he cares about is his succession. Take down my hat.
Right. Careful. What is she doing?
Yeah, where is she?
Oh, she's at King's Landing. She's not going to be able to get in because they're not letting people in or out.
That's what she's doing. She's sending her to talk to all, like, the poor folk. Because remember when...
Yep.
I forget, what's her name?
No, that makes sense.
Move along, lass.
I have an errand for the Lady Massaria.
I thought she was dead.
Would she die without collecting her due? I must see an old friend.
Most people want out these days.
You can't get back out.
It's picking up, so it's either almost over or something bad's gonna happen.
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
You can always tell when shots go back and forth, like that something's happening.
Melinda.
That
and
was
you,
the girl.
yeah, you know that was the girl who also got her
beginning.
butt smacked at
yeah,
the brothel.
At the tavern
Yep.
thing. Yeah.
Do it. Your wife would have wanted that.
He just looks evil.
I know, and I just want to say this though, like he is great at a villain
Oh yeah.
as an actor.
And then, but then, like you see him as like his just himself.
And he's so
outside of
smiley,
his...
yeah.
He looks so happy and like I'd be his friend. But here, evil.
Terrifying.
Hate you, as Aemond.
She knows what you did to her.
Was it
husband.
worth the price?
Wow. Of course, that drop-dead good-looking king is now ugly. I don't have any eye candy anymore.
We still have Sir Kristen.
No, I'm over him. He cut his hair. It's done.
It's not done. It's very much not done. He's probably gonna be in a coma because he's in so much pain that like...
No. Come back!
God, she's a terrible mother. That is heartbreaking.
But like then and there he could have said, Aemond did this.
She knows.
No, I know, but I think just that extra.
Prince Sephiroth, Your Grace.
She's livid.
Visenya.
Vhagar's first rider. And the first wielder of Dark Sister.
Oh my god, Dark Sister was talked about by Arya in Game of Thrones. The sword.
What is the mood at the Twins? Did his lordship quibble?
He wishes for the phrase to be granted Harrenhal at war's end, assuming.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
Then why do you look angry?
You know why.
You chafed at being prevented from action. Imagine, my lord, I'm a dragon rider as well. And yet I must wait here, sending others to fight and be felled in my name. Even you've managed to do your part.
You are the queen. The tie that binds us. No harm can come
And
to
you
you.
are my son, and I did not give you leave to go.
You do not give me leave to go to anything. Rhaenys is dead and Baelor cannot bear the burden alone.
And when Aemond comes hunting for you, will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did?
Perhaps Daemon could...
Say that name one more time, I swear to God you're grounded.
Go to your rope.
Is Aegon dead?
Dead or alive, we have no answer for Vhagar. Aemond will not wait long to press his advantage. And then what? I have done all I can from here. Sent my messages, invoked my alliances. If all else fails, it is I who must fight. Vhagar is big, but Syrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain. I need dragons.
Don't we all, sister?
Right.
We have 2 large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing, and they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me. I would go forth in strength and not from necessity.
Go claim it.
There is Rhaena.
Who nearly lost her life in her last attempt. I would not risk it again.
There are those of our line who never ruled. Those who married into other noble houses.
A generation ago, or more. The blood would be thin.
And yet...
The dragon will only accept a dragon lord to ride it. Also say the histories.
Valyrian histories.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tarly?
It's better than death and defeat.
There are records here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it.
Let's just go through this. We don't have time for that.
It won't take long at all.
No.
Just real quick.
Could be scores of them.
Well, I guess she's got all the time in the world because she can't go anywhere.
Right.
It's a mad thought.
Get to work. But it is a good thought. Oh my God, there's
That's
way
what I
more
mean.
than
There's
I thought.
and back there.
Yeah,
and...
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many walls. How would you ever know?
What? That's it?
There was nothing that happened there. What?
Wait,
Wait, that was the big climax, is that they're now talking about putting someone else on the 2 bigger dragons that they have.
that don't have riders.
Yeah. And someone without the Targaryen name.
Right. Which is kind of like a contradiction of everything they stood for, but however they married in or have the blood
Right. It's just
somewhat
thin.
lightly, yeah.
Thin blood.
But it doesn't mean that it's actually going to work. In the
Right.
sense of, like, the dragon's going to bend. Because the dragon has to allow you to, like, that, like, you know what I mean?
Right. But I feel like something's going to happen with that for this to have been, like, this huge thing that they just talked about. And, like, what else are they gonna fucking do?
I mean, I know at this point, it's like you're...
Because, like, they have a Vhagar, and you don't. And
and she's Granny Annie over there, like, old, ready to go,
like,
the
let me
oldest
just-
dragon. Right
Just
now.
sit and twiddle your thumbs is all you can really do at this point.
Also, are you not getting the vibe that Jace is very similar to Daemon? I don't know if it's the talking, the way he says things, it gives me, like... Or, I mean, Daemon. Did I say Aemond?
No, you said Daemon.
Okay. Yeah, like, I don't know. And I know that's his, like, stepdad.
I was gonna say,
dad,
it would make
you know
sense
what I mean?
because he's been with him.
But I see tendencies in Jace that I also see in Daemon of that, like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'll deal with everything else after.
Well, yeah, clearly. It's what he
You know
does,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
But,
and the way he's so cocky.
yeah. But he's also, I feel like, just a better person overall. than
Oh, yeah, no.
Daemon. So
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
maybe that will be
I just
used-
hope we don't see him go down that path.
No, I think that will be used to their advantage, though. I think that he's just the right amount of Daemon, maybe,
Right.
that, like, will help Rhaenyra